Dang, it's nice to hear that music again. Welcome to the movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And we are here to ponder what if.
Oh,
right?
When I first even heard that they were doing it, and I can't say I was a massive What If fan, but I was well aware of it, and I have some key issues in my collection that I love. And then when they said they were doing this, I freaked out. They just had to announce it, and they sold me.
Well, I'm the same way. There's a couple of those what ifs that I absolutely love, but I didn't buy the whole collection. Like I didn't collect it religiously.
Right.
But the fact that they are now doing this in an actual MCU way is very, very cool.
What they're doing is spot on what it needs to be.
Well, especially with their plans for what phase are they on? 5?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5.
4.
Is it 4?
3 was really long.
3 ended the Infinity Saga, right?
Yes.
3, yeah, but it technically ended with Far From Home. But yeah, that was the end of the Infinity Saga.
Let's see here. This Greg guy says, "Hey everyone, from one wrestling fan to the movie fandom maniacs, I can see the madness in all of us." Oh yeah.
Hi Greg. Hey Greg.
I can hear that in a Macho Man voice.
You gotta do the ooh yeah.
Yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yes, you can't help but think that when you think it. So yes, let's talk what if. I'm trying to do something really quick to make it really cool, but of course I'm stalling now because I didn't think of it beforehand, and I should have.
Okay, well, let's just start. Episode 1. How they came out the gates was what a very interesting take with the whole Captain Carter thing. Like they took it, like they condensed that whole movie into that one episode, and it worked.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot lost.
It told the whole story.
And I like how they kept the ways the times acted, about women not being in the forefront and everything. Like they used that. Snap into the Slim Jim, but I'll give you an A for effort. Thanks, Greg.
I'm trying to think of my best Macho Man voice, but I can't.
You know who does a really spot on Macho Man? And if they do not hire him to play Macho Man in the Hulk Hogan biopic starring Chris Hemsworth, Joe Manganiello.
Does he?
He's kind of got the look, but he can do a spot-on vocal impression. I've heard it on a podcast.
The 2 best versions I've ever heard were Jay Lethal, who was doing because he did Black Machismo, and Bruce Pritchard. There was some interview montage on YouTube, and they were talking about what was Macho Man's Randy Poffo? His actual saying, like, was that a thing? And it's just like no, that's how he talked. I mean, when he was Macho Man, he'd be like way up here, and then he'd be talking like, "Hey, man," but that was just his voice.
No, that's true. He was all over the place. Yeah, he was an audio guy's nightmare. Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, and try and keep the mic on him. He moved around so much.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we'll look back at episode 1. James, because when we started this topic, you went, "Oh boy, now I get to watch them." I could hear that in your text.
Okay, let me preface this by saying I've never liked the what if thing. I part of it was because it's a tease. If they end up coming up with something, it's a what if, it's a one-off. You don't get to continue that. It's just like, "Oh, that was so cool," and yeah, that's all you get.
That's not the case, though.
And yes, it is.
But they've already said that some of these characters that they're introducing could cross over.
Could. So
Yeah,
I get the point of it. I do. But
The second,
as we know with Marvel, so I don't mean to interrupt, James, but as we know, with Marvel, until you see it on the screen, rumors mean nothing.
True.
The second part is it's a cartoon. It's not live action. And the only cartoons I really follow are Archer. And thanks in part to Jason and my boss, Rick and Morty. So, and I haven't really enjoyed any of these episodes.
That's
Nathan. G'day, guys. But I bet you Nathan's enjoyed What If.
I'll give you the animation is good, but no, it's not for me unless they want to make it live action. And
see, live action would be way too expensive.
Costly. You look at it like one of the big things. You guys have both seen Shang-Chi.
No, I haven't yet. Actually,
oh,
I've seen some highlights, and I know how it ends. And I do have. There was. Are you flashing the spoiler thing?
I shouldn't I? Let me see here.
La, 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 la,
Wait, what kind of spoiler are we getting? Yeah, because I don't want to spoil anything for Jason.
I was just going to spoil the first post-credit scene.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, and it was just like I saw it, and it wasn't until like a week or so later that I realized, oh yeah, okay, there's Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel. Yeah, wait a minute, that's Bruce Banner. That's not Smart Hulk.
Right.
And now the internet is catching up to that.
Yeah, I already had that spoiler was already thrown in my face. So
well, yeah. How can you cover your ears when your earbuds are still in your ears?
Oh, you saw it through my roof.
The thing, and I saw one, theory on why we saw Bruce Banner instead of Professor Hulk. Hey, there's Rondell. What's up, guys? Nathan says, I enjoy it purely because it is a what if scenario. That I think is some of the cool stuff with what if, because you don't know what to expect,
Here's one good thing about it being remote. For Jason's sake, I suppose. The Black Panther T'Challa Star-Lord episode. Awful. Classic Star-Lord. Oh, and Thanos repeatedly saying, and it's efficient. He's like, using it as dinner conversation.
Well, back to the Bruce Banner part, and this will bring up why it's not live action. Someone speculated that he is now Bruce Banner because of the She-Hulk series coming up.
Yeah, that's one thing I read too. It doesn't explain how he gets that way, but I wonder if it was.
It saves maybe production.
It does. I wonder if, although I think they did have some shots of him with the dots on him.
Yeah, so there might have a scene or two with it.
Yeah,
maybe She-Hulk will even explain why he's back to Bruce.
Maybe he gives it to She-Hulk. I don't know.
They're doing the intro. They're going to show his Mark Ruffalo's version of the first exposure.
Oh, okay. Then see, that would make sense too, because then it would lead right into Jennifer Walters.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. I think they're going to condense down, instead of giving him a full film, they're going to give him an episode of She-Hulk to do his intro.
Have you recovered, Jason?
Nathan even said Thanos was a massive puss in What If.
I'm not going to let you get to me.
There's a She-Hulk, a lady. Oh, dude, yes. Jason's girlfriend is the lead.
Yeah, Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah, baby.
Maslany? Did I get the last name right?
Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah.
Orphan Black. Orphan Black. Yep.
Yes. She was fantastic in Orphan Black. Highly underrated. Although she did finally get that the Emmy nod, right? So, but it took 5 seasons to get there.
But she got there.
And
So now we have
now she's becoming a Marvel character.
right.
Like, fuck yes.
It's weird to think of these people that are in the MCU, like Owen Wilson. Okay,
Yeah,
he's an MCU character.
that's probably the most shocking one
I
so
think
far.
so.
Like, I think that's the one that had like people who aren't fans going, "What's that over there?"
Oh, dude, if I had seen none of the MCU and someone told me Sam Jackson's in the MCU, I would have went, "You're insane." So that is the biggest one for me. But he was right from the beginning. So
yeah. He was the first. He set that bar pretty damn high.
yep. Was he an Incredible Hulk?
No,
Who's this?
Sam Jackson. Was he in a
Sam
post credit?
No.
No.
The post credit the Hulk was
Tony Stark.
Okay,
walks into the bar, buys the bar.
that's right. He doesn't show up until Iron Man.
Iron Man and then Iron Man 2. He skipped
Yes.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, Iron Man was first, then Incredible Hulk, and then okay,
Yes.
yeah. I'm getting.
I know that I always get that confused because they're months apart.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to Miss Captain Peggy Carter. What do you guys think of that?
I thought the ending was interesting, where she pushes whatchamacallit through the portal, and then all of a sudden you're in the time period of the first Avengers movie, and she comes out, and it's 70 years later,
Where Loki came out.
I thought that was interesting. The rest of it, not so much.
Well, and see, that's the thing I like about the what ifs too, is how they warp it to the reality.
I will say the Doctor Strange one kind of got me. I mean, just briefly jumping to that one, the Doctor Strange what if episode, that would have made an excellent movie.
Jeffrey Wright, who does the voice of the Watcher, he says that's the episode that got him the most.
That
But he also had a bit of a part in it too, right?
Yeah, he interacted with him. Yes.
Yeah.
Rondell says they need to do the original Incredible Hulk. Well, see, I liked Edward Norton's take on it, and then they just switched characters. So I can't complain too much. No. Yeah, that one was awesome balls. The Doctor Strange one. Absolutely. I seen they have a Chucky series coming up soon too. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I just read a little bit of a story of how they weren't sure how the show's gonna work because of the last movie, the one that has nothing to do with any of the other stuff.
Oh, the show.
Yeah, the show is done by the creator of the original series and stuff.
Right, but they're afraid of how well that new one did. Will the audiences come back out for the another jump at the original?
Did you say how well it did?
I think the audience
it did pretty decent actually.
I think the audience was avoiding that one, and I didn't think it was terrible. I thought the death scenes were good, but it was more of a curiosity.
I haven't watched it, and I have no intention of watching it. It did not interest me at all.
See, it's a good movie. It shouldn't be Chucky. It should not be Child's Play. But it's a good movie. Mark Hamill is wicked as the AI voice.
I find it weird the lack of Mark Hamill behind the scenes footage or promotion or anything related to Mark Hamill about it.
Kind of, yeah. They didn't pull on that at all, did they?
No.
Nope.
Rondell says Ed Norton was too cartoon. Dude, you're talking about a comic book. How can you be too cartoonish?
He was a little more animated, yes.
Yeah. I'll give him that. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean, Rondell. Okay. Let me see. Nathan says, I'm beating off in the corner thinking about the new Chucky series. Dude. I think he likes it.
I was wondering if you were going to actually click on it.
Yeah. Oh, I'll post it. I don't care. I thought you meant the movie Ed Norton. My bad. No. And we did. Like, we were talking about the original. When we were talking about the Hulk with Mark Ruffalo doing it, that was for She-Hulk. That's for that upcoming She-Hulk series. They're going to redo the origin in a flashback.
That's my theory. Okay,
I can see it.
That's my theory.
I can see it. I can. Well, Maybe not, depending on how much story they got.
True. She's a lawyer, right?
Yep. I'm a
So,
horror fanatic.
Does
Yes,
it
you
start
are.
by does it maybe start with her as a lawyer trying to sue the government on his behalf or something?
Well, no, and see, this is where the theory's coming up, is she might be in the trial for Blonsky,
Oh, okay.
right? Which is why Abomination has suddenly popped back in the picture in Shang-Chi.
Okay.
And accident happens, whatever, then the blood transfusion happens because, Buddy Bruce is there, and
Okay.
that's the running theory, because that's the closest that would be to the comic. But as we've seen with the MCU, they can take or leave the comic origin.
Yeah. They'll definitely shuffle things up when they need to. But they usually know what they're doing when they do it.
Yes. The first couple of movies, they didn't have a plan. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have a freaking plan.
Yes.
And they've had it for a while, and it's going.
They're legitimately weaving a very interesting tapestry.
Yep.
And there are not too many bad stitches.
Do you think there will be a Jason versus Freddy part 2?
No.
Well, yeah. There has to be. So many unanswered questions in Jason versus Freddy.
I think there's been talk of it again.
They've been trying for years. It's a rights thing. I have the graphic novel Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, but it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's the whole Friday the 13th rights.
Yeah.
Probably.
Which with the Friday the 13th rights possibly have been settled, but it's Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th and Freddy and whatever else they want to throw in the mix.
See, there's no way.
I remember hearing a theory on a sequel, and it was I think it was Freddy versus Jason, and I think Michael Myers was in the mix. And at some point they get dragged down to hell, and all of a sudden Pinhead pops up and says, "So, gentlemen, what's the problem?"
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Oh my god. That sounds like a Robot Chicken sketch.
It kind of does, doesn't it? I don't think there have been any rights issues for Freddy because it's New Line Cinema. It's always been that.
But Jason was a New Line and a Paramount and a...
Well, and not only that, the original writer of the screenplay jumped in there and says, "Oh, I have rights too." And it's been crazy since then.
Right, exactly.
That's why they haven't done any movies, and that's why even the video game's getting no support anymore until the rights are figured out.
Yeah.
Ronda said they should do it on Halloween and enter Michael Myers. Yes, they should. I like that. This is a what if show, not a horror show. That's a show for another time. What if this was a horror show? Ooh. But yes, back to what if. Thank you, Nathan, for yanking the chain back into the yard. One of the things I noticed that started in this one that's kind of creeped up in a couple of the other ones is that giant tentacly thing. That
was only in the first one.
It was also in Doctor Strange.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the creatures he absorbed, one of the end ones.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
The HP Lovecraft kind of things.
Yeah. And
Nathan went in on that show. You got it, Nathan.
that makes sense because of the multiverse. There has to be that there's always that possibility that we'll see a crossover like that.
Yep.
I will say I was surprised at who they did and didn't get to do the actual voices.
Yeah, that seemed weird.
Yeah.
Chris Evans, no. Haley Atwell, yes. They continued. They got Neil McDonough as Dum Dum Dugan, and they continued with the guy from Walking Dead who does the spot-on impersonation of Hugo Weaving's Red Skull. He did Red Skull in this instead of Hugo Weaving.
Okay. Oh,
he did
the one who
too.
Yes.
Was it Ross Marquand?
Yes.
Ross, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Jeremy Renner was back. Stanley Tucci was back. Samuel Jackson, Haley Atwell, Dominic Cooper was back.
Chris Pratt was back. Kurt Russell was back. I will say that Black Panther,
was gonna say Kurt Russell. What?
Yeah, at the very end of that episode, Chris.
Dude,
He's- I know. I'm talking overall.
Oh, you're jumping over the whole series.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's weird who came back and who didn't. I know. It's just no rhyme or reason, really. But there's probably a reason. We just don't know the rhyme. That's
scheduling and contracts.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be the biggest thing. But I also love how they incorporated the Iron Man origin into that episode.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was the Ironmonger back again.
Basically. And then even the heads-up display was dials and gauges as opposed to digital outlay.
Yeah. It was so well done. Like the detail they put into these things is so well done.
I like that one. Now, number 2. James's favorite. What if T'Challa became a Star-Lord?
Classic Star-Lord.
See, I thought it was kind of cool how it was his name, Cathorg or something like that. Crap, now I can't even think of it. But I thought it was cool the contrasting ways that he meets Star-Lord in Guardians and here. Where in the first one it's Korgath, isn't that it?
Korath, yeah.
Korath, there we go. He says, "Who?" in the movie, right? But here it's like, oh, "You're Star-Lord," just to show the impact that T'Challa has had, as opposed
Not the reaction I was expecting.
to right?
Hell, they even got Taserface to do his own voice.
I know. I do think they wimpified Thanos a little in this episode.
A little.
A little.
You're missing the point. You're missing a point. Oh, the whole point of that episode.
That T'Challa can turn anybody good?
Yes. Because Chadwick Boseman could do that. That was a huge tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, but he's in another episode as well. Why couldn't
was he back for that?
He was. I'm pretty sure he was in the Marvel Zombie.
That one.
Why couldn't that one be the tribute to him?
Well, and not only that, he's only half there.
I'll give you his voice was solid for it because he very well could have done this like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh yeah. Even with Star-Lord, T'Challa and his presence and his everything, I still think bringing Thanos that far down is a very giant leap. When you are sitting on the precipice of believing you got to eliminate half the universe to save it, that's a hard ledge to crawl off of.
Yeah, I'm gonna abandon that and be a Ravager.
I will give you that. I will absolutely give you that.
Now, was it funny to see Thanos doing that? Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was.
Like you said, dinner conversation. Yeah, but it's by random, so it's ethical. I love that.
It's sufficient.
Oh man. And then having, Michael Rooker's back as Yondu.
Yep. But then they gave the tease at the end.
Right.
So, that just winks that says there's always more.
Well, I think that wink was to say,
I'm going to kill you.
Now we're going to see how bad Peter Quill can be because he didn't have the Guardians to back him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, this is one of those ones that says, what if there's more?
We're going to see the Star-Lord who leans heavily on the Lord part.
Mm-hmm. And I thought it was so cool what they did with the Collector.
Yeah.
Turned him into a massive He-Man bodybuilder.
Right?
Yeah. I did not recognize Benicio del Toro's voice, but I know it was him.
Yep. And they even brought back Seth Green.
I popped so hard for Howard.
Stupidest part of the Guardians movies is Howard the Duck.
But
get rid of it.
He's in the cameos at the end.
either bring in or the original Howard the Duck, or like don't do it because
Oh, dude. Okay. I got to back James a little on this. I'm a huge original Howard fan. Okay.
yes, the original Howard is great. That Howard the Duck thing at the end of, is it the first Guardians of the Galaxy film?
Yes.
Oh, you let him lick your face? That's disgusting.
Like one of the worst post-credit, the worst post-credit one they've ever done. All the rest are much, much, much better.
Well, we can't really say that because there's been so many meaningless post-credit scenes, you know?
Meaningless does not necessarily mean bad. I would still wager that the best one is still when Captain America comes out at the end of Homecoming and mocks you for sitting there waiting for a post-credit scene.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
That is a good one. That's up there. Yeah. I'll give you that one.
Okay. Let's... Oh, hang on here.
So that was just in episode 2, right?
Yeah. I've been surprised that they've even willing to pony up the dough to get them in to voice their own characters. I think it was all originally part of whatever contract they had.
Right.
You know, we got this down the road. We're going to get you to read some lines.
Well, because but they also sign up for multiple projects, right? So it's in their contract that we have these potential things. So they've already plotted out where they're used on all these spots.
Yep.
Because that might explain why Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. aren't in it. I don't know that it explains why Tom Holland isn't, but that might be a Sony thing.
Nathan
That's
said
probably Sony thing.
Yeah, I think it's Sony all the way. He got bitch slapped multiple times because even if you look at the zombies one, he's not wearing the one from Far From Home, the suit. He's wearing the Disney one, you know, from Infinity War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a beef with the zombies one too.
We're getting there. Greg says, I know the title of this episode, What If? Well, what if James Taylor grew out of his beard more? I think him and Jason could be twinsies.
I'm gonna try it again. It was getting a little too unruly, and my girlfriend and I think we might be able to trim it and groom it because there were some pictures where it looked actually good.
Howard the Duck is OP as hell. They need to let him loose. Oh, yeah. Dude, now's the perfect time for a new Howard movie. Absolutely.
Disney Plus, Howard the Duck Saturday morning cartoon.
You would never get a Saturday morning cartoon. You'd need it on Star.
No, we want a live action. Action.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Star.
Live action OG Howard the Duck. No cartoon shit.
And I will let both of you guys know then, because I'm going to get a hold of Alejandro and Eric. At some point in the next week or two, I'll get you guys, when you can, pop over with a T-shirt and a pair of pants that we can trace. Because we're now in the costume making phase.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, back on number 3. What if the world lost its mightiest heroes?
Oh, this one.
I thought they started it beautifully.
It looked rotoscoped. Like, you know, that they did it with I think there's a movie called Scanner Darkly.
Scanner Darkly, yeah.
Yeah. It looked rotoscoped. That especially that whole diner scene. That looked totally rotoscoped right after the film.
I got one question.
Yeah.
At the end, is that Sam Jackson's Nick Fury, or is it Loki posing as Nick Fury?
Oh, it was Loki.
Okay.
It was
Loki.
Loki.
I was wondering how Sam Jackson was just like kicking Hank Pym's ass so easily when he took down all the Avengers. And
it was Loki.
You see him all come back and he goes into Loki, and then Sam walks up beside him at the end.
Right.
Okay. I wasn't giving it my full attention because I didn't enjoy it.
I did because I was so into the show, like just intrigued and looking for the clues. I did figure out who was behind it as soon as Black Widow got taken. Like, it was that scene that sealed the deal for me.
Not when Hulk blew up?
No, I still had no idea what the hell happened there.
Yeah. That's what I like when they did the Saw thing, when they went back at the end and they explained all the kills, That was neat. Because, you got to picture him inside that needle when Black Widow jammed it into Tony. It's like, ooh, that's going to hurt,
No.
What's this? That's That's so scary that everyone can get owned so easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
By a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you that just because they don't look tough doesn't mean they aren't.
Right.
Oh, hey,
And that's what is at the core of the what if. It's like we've never seen these characters in these ways,
right.
so we don't know. Like in this case, we saw how vulnerable there is a vulnerability to the Hulk. It's just not easy to get to.
Yep. Hey, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
It
It's
was
sort of.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's sort of like Edie Cathagi's character in X-Men First Class, the guy Darwin who can adapt to anything, and Kevin Bacon throws the thing down his throat saying adapt to this because he's getting to him from the inside. He can't defend.
Yep, it's exactly it. Good guys gone bad. That's it. It was neat to see Hank Pym totally just don't care about
And they got Michael Douglas. That was his voice.
Yep.
That was.
Yeah.
I didn't look that one up. Oh, damn, that's fantastic.
Oh yeah. The only ones that weren't were Natasha Romanoff, Betty Ross,
Robert Downey Jr.,
General Ross, and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coulson was back.
Yep. Clark Gregg,
Yeah, he's still around.
Tom Hiddleston, Jamie Alexander.
We're gonna see more Coulson, I think. Even though Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is done, I don't think we've seen the end of Coulson.
Because they've also, I think, and I don't know if you can hold me to this, but I've heard that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not considered canon.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not. Although there's arguments that it when it ended, it was back to the original continuity.
Oh, I still have to go. I do want to go through the whole thing.
But you have to think about it this too. Even if they say, just like the Netflix stuff, that's not canon, it doesn't mean it's not happening in the multiverse.
Right.
That's true.
And as long as they have the rights, they can still go back in there and pull that shit out. That's
why they said there was that cameo of Peggy Carter in Loki being hauled into the TVA because
did they ever finally confirm that?
Oh no, it's never been confirmed nor denied, that kind of thing. So
that's the important part, nor denied.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. But that's what I mean. They can pull on that and just boom.
I just saw something today. Again, it's rumor, take it for what it is. But Haley Atwell herself and somebody else who was involved in the Agent Carter series are pushing hard to get a Captain Carter, maybe something Captain Carter, to try and bring Captain Carter to the the new world, to the modern age.
Well, technically, part of Peggy Carter is canon because of Endgame. When they go back in time, Jarvis is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, so you need lots of people.
Yeah, it's all on the table.
We are now up to number 4. What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? And I thought that was a cool twist.
I don't call it a twist.
That was one of those no matter Time Machine, the Guy Pearce Time Machine. It's like no matter how many times you go back, it's still gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they set it up different because at the beginning of Doctor Strange, he's not with her. But at the beginning of this, they are still together, which is why she was in the car.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just that one change of events is what led to the different version. And I don't call that a twist exactly how that played out. What I call that is them actually having the balls to go through with it. To actually go in the not happy ending.
Yes, because this is definitely not a happy ending.
It's the farthest thing from it. And they actually decided to go that route. You just don't expect that anymore.
Well, I think it started with the
only time they've done that is Infinity War.
Right, but that was setting up the climax, right?
Yes. Yeah.
what if the world's lost its mightiest heroes? That's a very dark ending as well.
Yes.
All of the Avengers are dead except one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they kind of they turn it into a joke with Loki bitch slapping Hank Pym as Nick Fury, kind of.
But yeah, Doctor Strange ending is dark because it's the end of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get much darker than that, really.
No. But again, I applaud them for doing it. There are so many times we see projects like this, and of course it has to have the happy ending. There's that last little glimmer of hope, and poof, there's everything's all better.
And it's interesting that Doctor Strange could communicate with the Watcher, because that tells you that even our Doctor Strange could technically interact with the Watcher.
He couldn't interact with him until he had absorbed a lot more power than what our Doctor Strange has.
Okay, that's true.
But the potential is there.
The Watcher letting it end the universe was brilliant. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But now, sadly, we know that doesn't matter how powerful Doctor Strange gets, he will not be able to speak to the Watcher of this MCU universe because he has passed on.
Well, a Watcher, but the most well-known Watcher.
You can't have cameo.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
All right. And on that bummer moment, let's get back to number 5. What if zombies? That's the title. I love it.
After the T'Challa episode, this was the episode I was most anxious for.
Exactly.
I never read the comics, so I had no idea how this was going to play.
I have the graphic novel Marvel Zombies, which is great.
I haven't seen this one yet, guys. I'm out. Okay. Sorry, Nathan.
Sorry. I mean, Paul Rudd was pretty damn hilarious in this one. He keeps making the jokes. The beef I have with this is, you're a zombie. You can't use all your powers and the armor and stuff like that unless you're creating a brand new zombie mythology.
They did.
Yeah.
Because not a zombie.
Which I don't agree with.
The origin was whatever this virus came from the quantum realm.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
you can,
it's not so much that it has killed them and reanimated them. It's just reprogrammed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a cure.
You even look at the art. Look at the way they're drawn. Like, especially when Steve Rogers he's killed the one person. We won't say the name because in case Nathan's still listening. But when you look at him, the side of his face, like the top of his ears are still pink, and part of his cheek is pink, but everything else is that blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, because it shows that there's still some human in there. It's just messing up the brain.
There's the Bucky jab at Falcon. I should be sad, but I'm not.
Yes. And even when he takes out Cap too, he goes, "Sorry, Cap. Guess this is the end of the line."
Yeah.
But the fact that one ends and there's clearly more to come.
There's been so much internet buzz about make more. So
that one will definitely be a recurring. I bet you every season we get a zombies.
We would have to.
I can see that for sure.
Let's see here. I think Peter Parker is the only person who didn't reprise their voice in this episode too.
Really?
And Robert Downey Jr.
Oh.
Did Iron Man speak in this one? No.
I don't think so. I think it was all done in musical montage.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Oh, Chris Evans. Chris Evans was not in the episode.
One line
okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But see, in this one, what I thought was great, the way they opened it, like Infinity War. Or was it Infinity War or Endgame? Infinity War. Where Mark Ruffalo comes down from the Bifrost.
Yes.
Oh, Infinity War. Yeah.
And there's nobody.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, they show up in the street just like they did. That timing was all the same.
Even Black, you hear Black Ebony Maw.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Same speech. It's spaced out a little different, but it is the same speech.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it is really cool that Wong buys it the same way he cut off what's his name's arm in the real one.
I feel like they really wanted to take the violence factor up, just to say, look, this ain't a kid's show. Like they were really trying to show they're not just for kids anymore.
Well, and it's zombies. How could you not? You know?
Yeah, but a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's just a cartoon. Well, then when your kid has something weird going on, don't blame Disney.
It's like watching heavy metal.
Exactly. Good wholesome entertainment like heavy metal. That's
right?
Yes. It worked for me.
Oh, God.
Let's see if it's got any sneak peeks for 6.
I
Oh,
haven't seen anything.
I'm looking at the picture, and it's the one where it's got Tony and the soldier in the MV. So it's the one where he gets attacked, like the beginning of Iron Man. And who is it that saves him? Bucky?
Captain Marvel?
Is it Captain Marvel that saves him at the? No, I can't remember. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Is it?
So what if Tony doesn't become Iron Man?
Gotta be. Now I want to know for sure. I can't remember. I want to say it's Winter Soldier,
That
but I can't.
that
remember
could be it.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I know. I wasn't sure how many episodes they were doing.
9.
9?
Yep.
Okay.
And they've already signed season 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. They were going to do 10, but then because of COVID, production got halted for the 10th episode. So they've moved that episode to the season 2, and they're just going to go with 9 episode seasons.
Yep. 2 seasons of 9 each.
I did read something about that just recently.
Although this, I would question about number 10 only because this seems to be norm for them. Like WandaVision was 9 episodes.
Well, that's
Right.
the article that I read. That's what it said.
How many was Loki?
Loki was 6, but Loki was full hour episodes, whereas
Right.
WandaVision, the first 3 or 4 were only half an hour.
Yeah, and WandaVision just won some of the Creative Arts Emmys.
Yeah. MCU's got Emmy Awards now.
Yep.
So yeah, next week we get to see what if Iron Man didn't become Iron Man, as my guess,
Something along those lines.
which we technically have already seen because, you know, Steve Rogers is Iron Man means Tony Stark can't be Iron Man later on.
Right.
There's another what if.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Hawkeye?
No, I
Yeah,
just dropped.
It was good. I think it could have done without the Christmas theme and music.
It's a Christmas show?
It is a total.
I hope
friggin- At least the trailer. Total action comedy.
It
Like
does look pretty funny with the.
totally
There's more
action
arrows, more
comedy.
dangerous than that.
Yeah, Haley Stanfield is playing. Shoot, what's her name?
They don't actually say her name in the trailer yet.
Oh no, that's right. She says they call me the best archer in the world. She's
Yeah.
following. She's running around dressed like his Ronin character.
Yeah.
And so he tracks her down, and then his past is catching up to him from his Ronin days, and now they're on the run. At one point, yeah, she's pulling out random arrows, getting freaked out. by what
Definitely
she's
not
firing.
that one. You don't have to say definitely that way. Yeah, you should watch the trailer. Just ignore the Christmas music and stuff.
Well, she is listed as playing Kate Bishop,
Yes.
who was one of the Young Avengers.
Okay. Well, that is her. She's playing Kate Bishop. That's for sure. I just don't know what her superhero name was.
And Vera Farmiga's in it too.
Yep.
So there's another interesting character choice for an MCU character, Vera Farmiga. Just like
Wait a
Jessica
minute.
Louis Dreyfus.
Wait a minute. Vera Farmiga.
Except Vera Farmiga is hotter.
Who did she play?
I didn't see her in the trailer, but if she's in the show, it's just the credits.
She plays Eleanor Bishop.
So probably her mother,
Who played the original Jean Grey?
Which one?
Famke Janssen.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was her.
Oh,
And
no,
I'm
no.
like, okay.
No. She's also
Sorry,
Xenia.
I'm getting my hot actresses mixed up.
Right? Dude, come on, man. Keep it straight.
They all look the same.
Keep it straight. But yeah, those are the only the three names that I know in that show that's listed so far.
No, it comes out November 24th. And I'm in. I'm totally in.
Dude, I was in the minute they announced it. I gotta be honest. What's it say? This holiday season, the best gifts come with a bow.
The other trailer we should mention, Spider-Man.
Oh, that came out like weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's old.
We haven't.
That's old. Oh, okay.
We haven't.
It's pretty awesome. I saw the rough one that got leaked.
Oh.
I'm going to say one quick thing about Hawkeye before we jump off. I just looked at the poster, and they used the font from the limited series Hawkeye did originally as the title.
Oh, yeah?
That is with the circles around the A.
Okay.
That is so.
I figured that might be from the comics, but that's the side of Marvel that I didn't really collect back in the day. So.
Yep. So yes, Tom Holland in his new movie trailer.
The explanation for it all, and then the big reveal and everything, which was not a reveal because we all knew it was coming because the guy couldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, well, that's I guarantee you that's why he's in the first trailer.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But the way they explain it is so meta because his multiverse gets fractured because Tom Holland can't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
It's so friggin' meta.
It's got a lot of questions.
Stop talking. Quit messing with the spell.
It makes you wonder, why is he even doing this? Especially when Wong is telling him don't do it, and he's going,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he winks, yeah.
And why is the sanctum frozen?
Exactly.
I'm so curious about all that. But I want to come on. Have the worst kept secrets really been true?
And Andrew Garfield is still denying he's in the movie.
Right.
Did you see the reference to Amazing Spider-Man?
No.
The lizard.
What lizard?
The lizard, Kurt Connors.
Yeah, what about him?
He's in the trailer.
Was he?
I didn't see him in the trailer. I heard a sinister laugh, and you see a goblin grenade, so Willem Dafoe is going to be in there. I didn't see a lizard.
It is in the spot where Peter is standing there looking at something, and behind him you see something move and hit a wall.
Oh.
Right? You got to slow it down, but if you look, it's the lizard in some kind of cage.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
But
literally, I think the first time I've ever slowed down a trailer to go frame by frame.
It just looked like, okay, we're getting the high octane movement and action of a Spider-Man movie.
Did you do that on purpose?
I don't even know what that was.
There's a motorcycle going by.
Oh, okay. I thought that was cool. High octane.
I'm in my basement, dude. I'm in my basement. There ain't no motorcycles down here. But you get that high octane, fast moving Spider-Man. And now we're going to get the weird, twisty, mind-bendy Doctor Strange shit mixed with it?
Yep.
Like, holy cow, I want to see this in IMAX.
I'm just glad that they didn't end up putting Doctor Strange in WandaVision, only because that would have him just popping up every freaking where.
No.
Yeah.
This time around, apparently, because of Shang-Chi, it's Wong now.
Yeah.
Wong is the new Coulson.
He's cheaper.
They're calling Wong the new Coulson for this phase.
And see, that was the coolest Easter egg in Shang-Chi, where they had them fighting in that arena. I know you guys haven't seen it yet, but you've heard the scene. Like, everybody's talked about them fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looks a lot like they were working together.
Because apparently he congratulates him at the end and says there's a rematch or something.
Oh, yeah. He says, we're definitely going to have a rematch. And he goes, hey, why weren't you pulling your punches like you're supposed to? You know, it's kind of looking like they were setting it up to win money. That's what it looked like they were doing.
Okay.
Because at the end, he makes the big circle thing, and they walk through him and Abomination together, and it looks like the raft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So this is what I mean. I think this is setting up She-Hulk to get him off the hook finally.
I'm just glad they're bringing Abomination and Tim Roth back.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad guy, you know.
I just rewatched that whole the last half of that movie like yesterday, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like that, the fight between Hulk and Abomination is freaking amazing.
On the streets of Toronto.
No, it was Harlem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toronto, Harlem. What do you say?
Zanzibars.
I think it's cool now in Shang-Chi, he actually has the gills, like the little fins on the side of his head from the comic.
Oh, does he?
Didn't explain it, like why, but he's got that.
He wasn't done changing.
Yep. Maybe that, yeah, they could always say that.
Because well, it all happens pretty quick. So you got to think his transformation might not have been fully complete.
And we now have to wonder if maybe his is, you know, reversible, so he can go normal and then big.
I always wondered if he changed back at any time in the movies. The comics apparently no.
No, yeah, in the comics, Abomination's Abomination.
Right.
But
It does seem like it would be a huge waste of Tim Roth for that,
unless he enjoys doing the motion capture and the voice and stuff.
He'd still be performing, right? Just like Andy Serkis doing Kong stuff and all that.
Maybe that was Mark.
You know,
maybe that was Mark Ruffalo's beef. He's like, I want to be me again.
Yep.
Maybe.
Okay, so I gather when we're not going to have a follow up. Oh, wait a second. Is the zombie talk done? Yes, Nathan, the zombie talk is done. Frank says, what if they didn't kill off a whole line of Transformers in 3 minutes in Transformer cartoon movie, which September 26th is the 35th anniversary?
Oh, yeah. I so badly would love to try and find a theater that was showing it, but I don't think it's happening in Canada.
Well, that's poop.
The original movie?
Yes. You got the touch.
Yes.
Do a Transformathon. Show all the movies.
I saw that movie, that original film, in the theater twice.
I'm sorry, I can't hear that song without thinking Mark Wahlberg. It doesn't happen.
Works on multiple levels.
That's right. I guarantee you, no child has seen both of those films.
Oh, I certainly hope not.
What's this? Greg, in Ottawa, it's showing.
Cool.
Okay.
That's only 8 hours.
Okay, I need to search. No, that means maybe London or Sarnia or somebody. Okay.
If Ottawa's got it, maybe Toronto.
I'm Googling it right now. I need to know.
Look at this. Before, he usually just lays on his bed with the phone held up. Now he's sitting and he's got a computer and he's active.
It helps that my wife is away and my youngest is back to school, so I'm alone.
Ah.
30.
I don't know what that. I would have pictured alone you laying in bed, not caring.
No, if any of them were here, I wouldn't have this space because this is the main living area.
Gotcha.
Almost there. I'm almost there. I'm good. Okay. Hamilton.
Really?
Oh, that's what this says.
At Cineplex?
No, doesn't look like it.
Oh, well.
Go back. Kitchener, there's Hamilton. Here, try that one. This is riveting freaking podcast.
Right? Let's all listen to Jason search the web.
No, the Zoetic Theater.
Don't give a shit. Move on.
He, Jason, sits up to better combat the constant Colin Farrell movies James talks about.
It's better than the Transformers. It's better than the Transformers animated movie.
See, what I think
you're trying to be hurtful, James, and I don't like it. Okay. I refrain from saying anything about your comments about the T'Challa episode. Okay, I will not even know. So No.
And he means that. I can tell. Maybe we'll just have to watch, on the projector here, up on the wall. That's like a mini big screen.
View and review.
We've been waiting to do a view and review for a while now.
I know, right? Do a
And I've-
Transformers episode.
episode. Yes.
Greg will be there. This could be interesting to see where we rank them compared to each other.
Well, he won't be here, but he'll show up on the episode if you ask him.
Like, how can we rank? How about Transformers moments? The top 10 Transformers moments.
Including Bumblebee, I guess.
Anything Transformers, and I would want to make an argument for the TV shows, but I'll leave it out.
Wow.
But films.
Oh, wait.
What was that one?
Greg said I'd literally drive down for that episode, but then he said no movies. So
Yo, he's saying he's stopping me because I was mentioning the TV shows. Only films.
now, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
But if we can do top 10 Transformers moments. You got to allow the inclusion of the animated film.
No.
It's a movie.
It is a feature film. It had a theatrical release. I saw it twice.
Don't rank
Yes.
them.
There's a moment. There's a moment in there.
I thought it was pretty forgettable myself, but go for it. Mine will only include the other movies.
That's fine. I fully accept that. I know I'm going to probably be the only one. But
How many
means
films is
something.
there? Is there six?
Six if you include Bumblebee.
There's 5, Bumblebee, and then the animated movie, right?
Yeah. Six live action Transformers movies.
I just realized what I just did to myself.
What did you just did?
I just signed myself up to watch the number 4 and 5. I still haven't watched them yet.
You haven't seen Age of Extinction?
No.
Oh my God, Age of
Extinction. Whatever the one was
brilliant.
before that really friggin' turned me off.
Hang on.
Dark of the Moon is like the second best Michael Bay movie he's ever made. Dark of the Moon is the best Transformers movie, hands down.
Oh, we woke up a beast inside Greg talking Transformers.
Yeah.
What if you're doing the movies, then Bumblebee is last, straight out?
Bumblebee is last, yes.
I like Bumblebee.
Okay.
It's good, but it's at the bottom.
You got to give me a little time to watch those movies, though. That's give me some time.
Greg and I saw Age of Extinction in 3D with Transformers themed glasses and stuff.
Yeah, Pam's right. Bumblebee is it is a prequel because it's set in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I actually enjoyed Bumblebee. I will admit that.
Bumblebee would be near the top, says Greg.
Well, for Greg.
Okay, I'm going to have to go through the entire series. I really do need to revisit. Even though I know I loved the first one, I rewatched the first one a lot. I'm going to have to do the marathon.
They only get better after the first one.
Oh shit. Oh, Nathan, I love you, man. Well, in that case, I guess we have 7 movies to rank. Okay. 6.
Oh, we're gonna just rank the films. You just want to rank the films?
I think it would be cool to see how we each compare them.
Okay, and I fully understand where the animated film is gonna fall. I will admit that.
But
okay.
We do have to include it because it's a movie.
Yes.
Tom says, "Hey, Rob, hope you're well." Well, we all are. We're talking What If, and now we're talking Transformers.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes. So there we go. Do we want to do this next week?
I'm not going to be able to rewatch all of them in a week. I'm going to need a couple weeks at least. So
James tomorrow.
I haven't been able to watch as much stuff lately. So, but I'm trying to get more in. So
I get to stop watching What If.
Of course you will.
It's your loss. I mean,
a wrestling show, says Tom. Well, we did that. We covered the top 10 wrestling or shows, movies wrestlers were in.
Yes.
Oh, we did. Yes, we did.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one we've done.
Okay. And Greg says, if James can do it, Jason, don't let him outrank you.
There's no outranking. It's just
Now it's
Here's one for Greg. Everyone is really, really, really mad at me.
What? Oh.
It's a quote from Age of Extinction.
So how about this then, guys? Because we're coming up on October, why don't next week we talk about the horror movies coming up?
Okay.
Let's see if Nathan wants to join us. If he's free, because it's going to be around this time, 8:15 roughly. Sadly, because of my schedule, but we'll do that.
I can't be there next week.
Oh, that's right. Okay, let's hold on that because I do want you there for that one.
Okay.
What did Nathan say? The Manson Brothers Midnight Zombie Massacre is bad good.
I can't say I've heard of any of those
With
words.
a name like that, I want to watch it. I'll see you October 4th for Transformathon.
That's what we used to call it.
Okay, dude.
What are you doing?
Meeting two screens, okay?
No. Remember this used to happen before when we would go remote?
It's his iPhone.
It's my phone. My phone is overheating because I've got it sitting on this wooden little rack base thing that is meant to hold a phone. And well, it's making this whole video thing is making my phone overheat.
It does not.
iPhones.
That's a great idea. Horror must-watch movies for October. Okay, let's figure out something for next week because it'll obviously just be Jason and I. But the week after, we'll do Transformers, and then I think we have one more week of September, don't we? Or is that the first week of October after that?
What's today? 13th. Next week's the 20th. Week after that is the 27th. So next week is you guys. Week after is Transformers. The week after is October.
Now, the 27th, I may not be here. I'm still trying to work out plans with my wife for a little vacation getaway thing. So,
okay.
I should have things ironed out in the next few days, and I'll let you guys know then. Okay.
Only reason I'm not here next week is my boss asked me to switch.
Yeah, when you got to work, you got to work.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see here.
I've been trying to get Crystal away for a while, so.
And Greg said, "Oh, Jason, double trouble. You remind me of the Parent Trap right now." Yeah, two screens. Yep.
I should have tried to look at myself.
Right? I could have moved you around. Dang it. All right. Well, before Jason's phone blows up, we better get out of here. For another week at the movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Toodles.
I say shut up! It's a man!